Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be another episode of Show Me Your Builds, which is just a series where I just showcase your builds. I realize it's been about a month since the last Show Me Your Builds video, which is kind of crazy. There's a lot that's kind of changed since then too. We have new items, more custom design slots, we have those like standees now and what people are doing with the umbrellas. So I definitely need to get caught up with what's going on in the Discord, showcase some builds, and just let you know if you want to go ahead and get your build showcased in one of these videos, all you have to do is join the Discord. There's going to be a link in the description below, and make sure to read the rules of the server once you join, and make sure to set some roles. You'll see the channel in there. Show me your builds, drop a couple photos, maybe even a short video, and make sure to drop like your Instagram handle or anything like that if you want a little bit of promo throughout these videos too. One little quick self promo is that I do have stickers available. They're in collaboration with my good friend Haley, also known as Neko Falls or Neko Gma on Instagram and Twitch. If you want to buy the sticker pack and support me and my good friend Haley, all you have to do is go to her website, nekogma.com, and you'll see our stickers in collaboration with each other right there. And last little thing I want to say is just please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. It would just go a long way in helping out the growth of this channel. Also, if you like what you see here, make sure to check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/RichardOriginal. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday currently. And because I'm so backlogged on these Show Me Your Builds videos, I'm thinking about maybe doing some of them live and then cutting those down into videos. So make sure to check me out there. I'll have a link to all of these things I mentioned in the description below. But without further ado, let me just go ahead, hop on Discord, and we'll check out some of your builds. All right, so you can see I'm a little bit behind. The first one we're gonna review here is from Hayden right here, also known as Hayden.crossing on IG. This says the build leading up to my resident services, overgrown paddy fields, and a market train station. First of all, off of first impression, I just gotta say, Hayden, how much space is between your airport and your resident services if this is the area leading up to it? I swear I have a good amount of space between my airport and my resident services, but this is pretty crazy. It feels like there's so much space here. I'm gonna go ahead and look at this first photo here, and off the bat, look, 4 different sections for rice paddy, like fields or like starting to grow in. I love the use of the weeds and even like the cut down bamboo in different stages on the left and right hand side. Even love like placing the mushrooms on these like little fields too. All this like overgrowth is so incredible. And one thing that I love that Hayden did here is using the spoiled turnip there, because as you can see, those ants running up to it. And I know a lot of us, you know, we don't really want ants and spoiled turnips. Like that's a thing that you don't really want on your island, but the way Hayden used this for this photo specifically just adds so much depth and dimension. Also want to point out, definitely playing in the summertime, because look at those big fluffy clouds, one of my weaknesses. And way up at the top left, it's almost so hard to see, it's kind of near that wind turbine. I can see like there's a house like buried in some trees over there. So it's like a little tree house off in the distance. It's one of those things where it's like, if you don't look hard enough, you might miss it. Where's Waldo style, but that looks incredible. Okay, and so the next photo that he has here has this train station going through. Love the use of the stoplights with the green on there, so that way, I don't know if you want to go to that green light because it looks like the train might hit you there. But regardless, this is actually incredible. I love the use of the manhole cover right above that puddle design. I say this all the time, but it's little details like that. And even look at like the wheelbarrow and then how there's dirt under it. So it's like a little bit of dirt spilled out. Beautiful execution here. I'm loving this. And there's one more photo that I definitely want to check out from Hayden. Look at Dobie, one of my favorite villagers of all time. Look at this beautiful fake building here. It's like a big, huge plaza. Looks like you can get your fortune cookies and a bowl of soup over there. And I love those like plank codes on the right-hand side, and there's the one with the notes on it. Dobie just chilling out back here. I don't know what to really call this whole building or plaza, but I don't care. It looks beautiful. Definitely something I'm going to be logging in my brain for some potential reference when I go about creating some other fake buildings on my current build. All right, I'm going to move down here. Whew, up next, this one's coming from Bernal Crossing. It says Outset Island, a medieval RPG town inspired by traditional architecture from Central Europe. I've always loved the town aesthetics found in Howl's Moving Castle and Attack on Titan. Whew, one of my favorite animes of all time. If you haven't watched it, you need to. And wanted to have a similar vibe on my island. Find the builds on IG at Bernal Crossing. So definitely make sure to check out his IG if you haven't already. I'm just gonna go ahead and click through some of these, but off the bat, even just seeing the small thumbnails, I'm already pretty floored here. Let me click on this one. As you can see, look at this pathing. Using the in-game pathing, like those regular stone, I don't remember what it's exactly called, because I know there's two different kinds of like stone pathing, and then using a custom design one to outline it. One thing I would love about this, if I had this on my island, is the fact that when you walk across the actual road, you're still gonna get like the sound effects, because I really don't like that the custom designs get rid of the sound effect. I love that like clicking, clacking. But look at this right here, definitely fits the theme that he was talking about. I'm gonna click through to some of these other ones. Look at this building over here. I love this. I love that window design. It really is giving me Shingon Shina Attack on Titan vibes. And an item that's really sticking out to me here within those like apartment complex is not only the brick oven on the top right, but you see that wedding organ pipe also still kind of like looks like a chimney of a building. I've never thought of using that before to emulate some kind of chimney, but it looks so good there. I love this little market right here. Look at this little bakery, and then there's like a little floral shop right next to it. I love the different signs there, the coffee one, the menu one, and then near the flower shop using Red's art posted right there. These doors are incredible too. This is really selling me on maybe doing like a European island in the near future, because this is really taking me back to my time in Paris, and I just really love these builds. Okay, next build up comes from Soul.Crosser here. It says the IG is Sakura Island, but this post is from over a month ago. I'm actually pretty sure that their Instagram handle is just Soul.Crosser. So if you want to go ahead and check out their IG, go to @SoulCrosser on Instagram. But this one right here says Shibuya Shopping District, and I'm just gonna go ahead and click this. So I'm not actually sure what language they're playing in, but I love when I see different shop signs for Nook's Cranny and for the Able Sisters. This looks so good, and I love how they've built around it. I'm a big fan of fake buildings, skylines, and adding on extra things to the buildings we have, adding on extra elements and items so that way we can make even villager houses look bigger. And I think this is a great use of items here. I'm seeing a ton of servers, just lots of dimension here. I see like the diner sign flipped on its side so that way you can see like the stripes of it, and a couple TVs placed in there, and even the jukebox to add all these different colors. It's really coming alive. I'm just loving all the use of these different colored lights, so that way it really adds to this like shopping experience here. Okay, next build up. This one comes from Than Feed. I'm sorry if I've butchered that, but this says this is my first interior build I've done. It's an underground cafe, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to look at this a bit to understand what I was looking at. I'm gonna go ahead and look at this first picture here. You can see that there's a coffee sign there, and then I realized the concept here because there's that Mario warp pipe right behind it. So if you go ahead and interact with it, it seems like it's gonna shoot you right into one of the interiors. I love that about the Mario pipes, is that they can bring you from anywhere on your island to even like one of your interiors here. So it looks like it drops you off right into here, and look at this little interior, this little cafe. Love how ambient this lighting is. I know it's like a cafe, but it really gives me speakeasy vibes, and I don't know what else to say. This is lovely. Okay, next build up. This one is coming from Dimple. By the looks of this first photo here, it looks like it's right behind resident services. And Dimple, you absolutely killed this. I love fake buildings. I know I say that all the time, but for some reason, I'm not really good at using like those bunk bed items. And I love that like on the left-hand side, you turn them sideways. I see them like how you have it on the right-hand side used a lot, but I love that you use two different ones on the left-hand side, just so that way you can like kind of break up those apartments. So it's like different people's roofs who live there almost. That is so well done. I love this. Okay, next build up that really stuck out to me. This one's coming from Marina Shui here, part of a big pier I'm building at the back of my island. Fang is now our resident lighthouse keeper. So I'm assuming way back there in the distance, I'm gonna go ahead, click this photo right here. I'm assuming that's Fang's house. right next to the lighthouse over there. And y'all know how much I love a giant lake on an island. Forced perspective lakes are one of my favorite things. Just love the glistening on the water there. It's really cool to see that house way back in the distance next to the lighthouse. And then let me just go ahead, see what it looks like at night. Something about that lighthouse just beaming out in the distance is so good. Okay, next build up comes from my good friend Mel. It says, trying to make progress on one of the main roads, but I'm lazy. But if this is your lazy, what is your productive? Because this is incredible. So using mostly the in-game path, but then putting like those lines so that way it still kind of has that urban feel to it. Love all the use of the different tiles like leading up onto the actual sidewalk. And then there's even that grate there. And it looks like this is going to be like some kind of bus stop. And that advertisement of Dom, even though like I'm not the biggest Dom fan, love that code for sure. And then here's another angle of it. So it's right next to the Able Sisters. Look at how like there's building like right above and behind it too. So it's like another layer. I think that's nook crannies right behind Able Sisters. Love like the use of these tiers. So beautiful. It just really feels like a city here. Okay, last build I'm going to talk about and showcase on this episode. This one comes from Brandon Builds. It says, my Tokyo inspired city build got me hype for the spring. That lets you know that I'm so far behind because it's already springtime already. But look at this walkway here. I love this. It looks like a track almost. And I can tell that this is on the second level, or at least like the level raised above the Nook's Cranny. So you can see it back behind there. And then there's another walkway right in the back and all of those apartments. Look at these different apartment codes. Look at all the servers back in there. Love the use of the cherry blossoms always. Another angle of this here, and as you can see, like there's a little carve out area there for like a little resting spot along this walkway, along with some drink machines, a couple vending machines right there. Love all of this. I don't know what it is, but it's just something about city islands inspired by Japan that just really do it for me. Love the use of all this green, even like the walkway path. That green is so perfect. Simple but perfect execution. Sometimes less is really more, and this is a perfect example of that. So that's gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode of Show Me Your Builds. If you like what you saw here and you wanna go ahead and showcase some of your builds, like I said, just make sure to join the Discord server. There's gonna be a link in the description below so that way you can join that. Just drop some photos in here. A little description definitely helps. So thank you all for watching, and I just wanna give a huge shout out as always to my channel members. It's because of you all and your continued support that I can continue creating content like this on this channel. If you directly want to support this channel by becoming a member, all you have to do is hit that join button next to the subscribe. There's also a link in the description if you don't see it. Stay safe out there, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one.